Good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. Uh-oh, I think I turned off the live chat. Doggone it, now I won't know if you're there or not. Hmm. Let me see if there's a way to turn it on. It means I pushed the wrong buttons. That's what it means. I'm sorry. Okay, so good morning, whoever is out there. I'm sorry I can't see you and I can't respond. You could always send me messages and I could get them on my phone, but that's about all I could do now this morning. And there's so much to talk about. Yes, so much. First of all, the Fritzy report. I went to visit her yesterday. I thought I was just going to be dropping some stuff off. I went to the market and I bought like 6 kinds of cookies and donut holes and brownies and cupcakes and things like that. And I took them over for the staff. They were big staff. So that I figured was enough for the morning staff and the afternoon staff. So took them goodies and told them they were from Fritzy because I want them to be nice to her. I want them to like her. And you really can't help it. Anyway, when I went in her room, she was sound asleep. But as I was straightening things up, I kind of woke her up and I told her that I would let her sleep. And she said, no, no, stay. So I sat down. She had no idea who I was. She just knew she really liked me and she was really happy I was there. She read my name tag over and over and over, as a matter of fact. And each time I said, that's right, I'm Sandy and I'm your daughter. You're my mama. And each time I said that, she would look at me and do what she always does. Really? You're so pretty. So this was the most appropriate mug I could possibly use this morning. There is something about that woman that when she looks at me, the way she looks at me and holds my hand and tells me I'm pretty, in that moment, I am so pretty. It's unbelievable. She has a way of making me feel as good about myself as I possibly could. And she was particularly touchy-feely yesterday. I wanted to go get her boxing glove to tell her the story again, which I ended up doing, and she absolutely loved again. But it was so cute because she did not want to let go of my hand. I said, no, I'm coming right back. I'm just walking right over there. You can let me go for a minute. She didn't want to let me go. And when it was time to go, she gave me kisses all over my face. Now you have to understand, my mother was warm and squishy, but she wasn't real kissy. And now she just kissed me everywhere on my face. It was just so cute. It was so sweet. So Fritzy's doing well. I was speaking to the person, the nurse who runs the unit there. And she is now perfectly convinced that Fritzy will be there long after she retires. She said to me, you will be here long after I retire, but she will be here longer than you. And I said, yeah, that's what I keep telling people. She's going to outlive all of us. That's Fritzy. All right, today's National Skipping Day. Get out there and skip. I'm not playing tennis this morning, so maybe I'll go for a skip instead. Apparently, skipping is like awesome exercise. Like it uses all the muscles in your body, targets everything, almost everything. It burns fat, it builds muscle and stamina. And the best part, I think, is that it makes you feel like a kid again. You can go out skipping or skipping rope. My father, I think I mentioned, was a Golden Gloves boxer when he was a kid. So not a kid, but like older teenager, and he used to train. So when my brother and I came along, we were an excuse for him to go train some more and he could train us. So we'd go for these walks with my dad where we would walk 10 steps, then run 10 steps, then skip rope 10 steps, and then skip rope where you do the crossover. Do you know how to do that? It's so cool. But I was never very good at double Dutch. I don't know. Anyway, today is skipping day. So you can skip rope, Whatever you do, go be a kid today and do some skipping. I'm going to. I'm going to. Seriously. Mm. Let's see. Oh, it's Eeyore's birthday today. Eeyore, the gloomy, depressed, pessimistic character in Winnie the Pooh. Eeyore had many brilliant things to say. Most of them only seem brilliant when you're feeling depressed because he got it, He knew what it was to not be happy. But he did say a couple of things that I want to share with you because they got me this morning. Just a couple of them. I want to do a word art of this one. I was so upset, I forgot to be happy. Yeah, it's that simple. I can't snap my fingers because of my trigger finger, but if I could, I would just go bam. I was so upset, I forgot to be happy. That's a good one. My eyes are open, but my mind is asleep. How many times have you felt like that, huh? And his most famous catchphrase was, "Thanks for noticing me," which kind of says to you that what most people want is just to be noticed. Just talk to them. Say hi. You don't have to stop and have a long conversation. Hi, how's it going? How's it going is not really a question. It's just kind of a greeting, okay? Hi, how's it going? And you know what? Someone said to me the other day, total stranger, I'm trying to think of where I was. She was helping me with something. It wasn't something I was buying. Whatever it was, she said to me, "Oh, that's a lovely name." It's like, it is? Anyway, you always can find something to compliment somebody about. The color of their eyes, their name, the way they stand, their fingernails, their shoes. People love when you notice them and notice something about them. And for those of you who didn't get the memo, somehow I blocked our chat. We have no chat this morning, and I'm so sorry, but you could always message me as I have my phone right near my computer. What else? It is National Dance Day, National Puppet Day. You can be entertaining yourselves and others all day long. It's also National Pigs in a Blanket Day. Pigs in a blanket have been around for quite a while, And I think it was Betty Crocker or somebody like that who did the first, Actually, I think if I remember correctly, it was Betty Crocker in her kids' cookbook who created this as something that was so simple kids could make it. But I would like to see you take it to the next level. What can you do with a pig in a blanket? It says I have 7 messages. I wonder what they are. Oh, I hope they're from all of you. Wait. Unlock the phone. Comments. Yes, that's what it is. Okay. Good morning from JB. Good morning back to you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for commenting. I didn't realize that they send me your comments, and apparently there's 7, and I have to get the app, and I don't want to do that right now. Okay, I know you're there. That's what's important. I can see how many of you are out there. I just don't know who you are or what's going on with you this morning. But it's Saturday morning, Woo, it's weekend. Where was I? Oh, Pigs in a Blanket challenge. What gourmet meal can you come up with a la Pigs in a Blanket? There were some suggestions for vegan ones. I mean, think about the different kinds of veggies you could put in there and sauces and bake them. I'm just thinking there must be some awesome meal that you could come up with based on a kid's version of dinner. Do it. Do it. That's what you could do for dinner tonight. We had liver and onions last night. Do you like liver and onions? I know most people don't, but I love liver and onions. And I think I'd had them like once in the last 10 years or something. Because when we were kids, we had it, but then they said, oh, it's not good for you. So we didn't have it anymore. And I was at the market day before yesterday and I thought, liver? Liver? I'm going to get liver. So I bought liver. And while I was doing some word art for a client, Indy made liver and onions. It was so delicious. Liver and onions with mashed potatoes. Does it get any better than that? Not if you love liver and onions. I happen to do. Okay. All right. So pigs in a blanket. Challenge, make a gourmet feast out of pigs in a blanket. Save the Frogs Day. Look, I like to say you turned him into Prince Charming. You could also turn him into a frog. But now save the frog and turn him back into Prince Charming if you need to. Just a word to those of you who are thinking on those lines. Happy birthday to Shirley MacLaine, wherever in the universe she might be. No, she's still alive. I think she's like getting close to 90, I think. But you want to feel really old? It's Barbara Streisand's birthday, and she's 78 years old today. Barbara, 78. People who need people. I'm one of those people who need people. That's why I'm here with you. Okay, this was so cool. In 1908, so we're not talking yesterday, Mr. and Mrs. Jacob Murdoch got into their automobile, I believe it was a Packard, and they went on the first cross-country trip ever in the history of roads and cars, 1908. They drove from LA to New York, and it took them 32 days, 5 hours, and 25 minutes. And I'm wondering if after 33 days, they got divorced. I don't know. 32 and a half days on the road in a car with bad roads and no air conditioning and no heat. I mean, come on. They didn't have much going on in the cars back then. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like you could just hop in the car and have all the comforts of home right there. You know what I mean? And come on, you couldn't stop at a Stuckey's. There was no, there weren't bathrooms all along. There weren't all those things to see and do. I love hitting the road. I love a good road trip. You know that. We talk about that all the time. I mean, I told you, I believe that when I was 65, which was a while ago now, I called my best friend from high school and I said, I have an idea and I need you to go in on this with me. We're 65. We're going to be 66, but only for a year. So how about we Thelma and Louise it on Route 66 to celebrate our 66th birthdays? And that's exactly what we did. We Thelma and Louise did on Route 66. It was awesome. I've made that trip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 times. I love that trip. There's so much to see and do. Anniversary of the death of Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder of, like perfume and makeup fame. She died about 15 years ago, 18 years ago, something like that. I like this woman because the quote that I remember of hers is that I got here not through luck, but through persistence. Be persistent, stay focused. Yeah. And finally, today is Sense of Smell Day. Now, I've been having some allergy issues, but that doesn't mean I can't smell things. And oh my goodness, I have so much to say about sense of smell. This morning's word art is about wake up and smell the coffee. And I know you all like that because that's why you're here. But little known facts. Your scent smells regenerate and renew themselves every 30 to 60 days. And it's the only sense nerves that can do that. Yeah. So your sense of smell is probably going to be here to stay. Although, as we know with COVID, it can be affected by different diseases. And boy, you don't appreciate your sense of smell until you don't have it. Sense of smell is pretty awesome. And I know some people who literally have never had a good sense of smell. Sense of smell is really important. It can warn you. Don't step in that. Gas. You can smell gas. That's pretty important, unless it's human gas, and then you kind of wish you couldn't. But sense of smell is like so amazing. Besides that, it can warn you of things, it interacts with your other smells, and it can trigger memories and emotions and early warning systems. Oh, that doesn't smell right. I better check on that. You know what I'm talking about? I know you do. But I'm more concerned with the smells that evoke feelings, good feelings. So I started a little list, and I saw Marlene, I saw you put some down on what do I say, what do I do under today's word art. I saw you listed some of the smells that really evoke memories and feelings for you. And interestingly, everyone that was on your list is also on my list. I just have it's so, your sense of smell is so huge, right? Old Spice, that was my dad. Manure, horse shit. I don't know why I love that smell, but I love that smell. I guess maybe because I used to have a horse and I used to ride, and it reminds me of the freedom of riding through the hills because it was so awesome. Orange groves, orange blossoms. Oh, that smell. That's California to me. California smells like oranges. I was like, I'm going to say 13 years old when I tasted my first orange, and it came off a tree as my family was driving along the road. Interestingly, on the way to Palm Springs for a little vacation. Yeah. So my desert has lots of memories for me. Cigars. I had this cousin slash uncle who smoked cigars, and when I smell a cigar, I think of him. Don't really like the smell, but I liked him. So it kind of evokes happy memories. Ivory soap. My grandma used to give me baths in what she called a schissel, which I think might be a Yiddish word for a little tiny metal tub that you can only bathe small children in. I don't know, but it was a tub, and I don't remember her having a bathtub. She probably did, but we took baths in the schissel. Pipe smoke. Oh, I don't even know who smoked a pipe around me, but there's something about that smell that's just, it's nice. Play-Doh. Yeah, Play-Doh and school paste, right? Yeah, I know. Honestly, I think it's, wait, let me, I want to remember what those flowers are called. Honeysuckle. Yes, honeysuckle. My high school smelled like honeysuckle. So whenever I smell honeysuckle, I'm like back in the 60s. Bam, I'm there. Oh, the smell of permanent solution. You know, that awful, awful smell, but you can remember it if you've ever had a permanent, that's for sure. And baking bread. There's a reason why when you want to sell your house, you bake cookies or you bake bread, because the smell of baking bread just puts everybody in a homey kind of place, right? Sense of smell. Yeah. I can't smell you. I can't even hear you. I can't even see your comments today, but I remember you and I love you. And it's Saturday and it's going to be glorious. Happy, happy weekend. Stay safe. Stay masked up, please. Keep social distance. Remember, even if you are double vaccinated, you can still catch this thing and spread it around, and we want to end it, okay? I'm not being a worrywart. I'm not being a naysayer. Just be careful. That's all. Let's end this thing once and for all. Get vaccinated if you haven't been vaccinated. Trust me, it'll make you feel 100% freer. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. See you on Sunday. See you in church, sorta. Bye.